Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm going to try to redeem myself somewhat. I never should have come back to the well, man. We left it on a good note. Give me the squad of the century. Freeze this. This is a good drawing squad. I'll be like a determined pet. Like the three animals at the emotional center of Homeward Bound. How about that? Anti-moth. I'm starting to think anti-moth is costing us more than it's given us. On the other hand, poor predictable Bart always throws rock. You know? Good rock, you never fail. I forget the quote. I'm not exactly a Simpsons quoter. I watched a lot of episodes growing up, but I don't have that encyclopedic exact quote knowledge. I remember the sentiment a lot. Now, no matter what, we're happy we got a bat. We're happy a bat has a croissant. And I'll level with you. I think at this stage of the game, we'll take a level in the future. But I'm happy with two bats. Knowing that they could, unfortunately, hit the same animal. There's a chance they won't. They probably won't overwrite equipment, but they might make my otherwise, you know, meaningless units actually have some meaning. Probably not if you don't put weakness on. Oh, never mind. We got a draw. I thought because we missed their 8-6, that one was going to be over. I'm very happy with my draw. This round, give me a cupcake. Moth is going to level. Give me a croissant. I'm not buying another croissant. I'd rather get my rolls out here. Okay, not regrettable in the slightest. The third roll made it all worthwhile. So the next round, we want to see a dragonfly or like a hippo. If we can get that off of our level, I'm feeling okay. Now we lose this one. Playing a tight game. It hurts, but it is what it is. Let's take this level first. Orangutan. Seems like it could go crazy. Hippo, too. Okay. We should sell duck into orangutan. Hippo would not get the buff this turn anyway. Unless... No. Well, no. We should wait. Moth is getting the buff. I don't think this squad is going the whole way. Right now? Like, I think... Oh, Beaver took the buff. You're supposed to give it to the Moth, man. What have you done to me? This guy's squad has got me... It's got me interested. It's got me thinking. Those turtles set up favorable trades, and then you took a bunch of pillable animals. It's genius. Now, unfortunately, I think you got to get sold at some point. This is a buy into a sell. That's fine. You could definitely roll a lettuce here. Pretty effective. I would keep 2 pills. Actually, you know what? We got tier 4s. Let's unfreeze both of them. Lettuce could come in handy. So at least the Moth is getting the buff this time. You're going to go to a 6-7, which will actually be 7-7. I don't think this squad is that bad. It would be really nice to not be on 2 HP on round 7. That's been kind of a sore spot for us lately. Never mind. Wait. Oh, my one! I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. Hate to lose to Richie Cunningham. My name is Richie Cunningham, and this is my wife, Oprah. How about sell me? Just because, like, we didn't get the level ASAP, so I think we got to bail on it. We can't really run a second Moth because it'll siphon buffs from the orangutan. We can't really run a second orangutan. It'll siphon buffs from the orangutan. So, give me a hippo, which will also... I mean, the bat is taking the buff right here. You could occupy this space. You could get frozen. There's a level 3 incoming. Our first garlic on turn 7. That's probably like the most bearish part of the whole thing. I don't know, man. Feel like this is why you don't play Super Auto Pets weeklies on like Thursday. You got me. By the time you reach Like Wednesday, everybody's scaling, or everybody's trending towards the dominant teams. You go here. Honestly, you should take this for now. You can take this. Actually, we're not on lethal. It'd be easier to get to a level next time. We do have to figure out how the heck we're going to scale this this hippo. I mean, there's one way. It's not much HP in the whole scheme of things, but the only scaler we got was the orangutan. So I think we're doing what we can with what we got, honestly. Huge! It couldn't have been any more huge. Okay. Now, big hippo's boring, but I need some help. Please give me a shot. Level me. Big mammoth, at least it's pillable, although we're so late, like, pills are going to be potentially hard to come by. Give me some of this. You're going to be buffing the bat, which is fine. Next, you're going to be buffing hippo, mammoth, or moth, which means it would be nice to have a pill on the mammoth so that it doesn't steal the buff. Great weakness from the bat. I really appreciate it. Definitely, like, starting to look like hippo might be able to rock at the front. But I'd love for it to have some more stats first. I think there's, you know, there's no rush. Chocolate, maybe? We'll definitely go orangutan. Please do me a favor. Do not buff. I mean, you could go crazy on a saber tooth now that I'm looking at it. Once the mammoth's gone, please don't buff the mammoth. Oh! I mean, it's 8 HP. It's still nice to have on a unit that's getting some moth support, but oh god. My squad. Yeah, this, I mean, I think you, no menace, no malice intended. I think you got the luckiest bat equipment you could, or like bat hits you could have gotten. More power to you. I'm running a bat too. Please, pill me. Well, there's no reason we can't buy this. Please pill me. No pill, I gotta sell you. Even if that did pay out, we still had to sell you. And then we need Sabretooth like here. Give it to me straight, brother. We're torched, aren't we? It's over. It's so over. Yep. Not getting wait, never mind. I was gonna say not getting weakness on the hippo ruined us, but look at that. The Sabretooth kept us going. Go ahead. Level 2 hippo. So you're saying there's a chance? The world's worst lettuce of all time, but... Okay. Many more buffs to go before the Sabretooth gets hit again, but... This team doesn't look that special. It doesn't scare me that much. Look at this. Look at this. Didn't even have to use our Sabretooth that time. Roll. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about using a lollipop to ensure that our Sabretooth gets more HP in the flip side of that. And I guess I'll just give you all a bunch of attack because, I mean, it's efficient with our shop, although the game is not called World's Most Efficient Pets. It's called Super Auto Pets, in case you're not familiar. Seems kind of horrendous. Or is it? Or is it? Oh, it is! You got so much extra attack out of that. Okay, creative. You don't see too many fire ants out here. But worst part is, there's probably a fire ant only in Temporarium. Probably getting ready to pill it at its earliest convenience. Freeze me. Give me, this is good so far. Give me metal shovels. It's nice to have early level security. That's just I feel for Juice Picker here. Because I think that when you get 3 otters in a shop, there's not much you can do. You have to waste the first otter. Now, if you roll, then you're not running 3 squatted. So it's just, I mean, it's a spicy position to be in. I'm willing to take a chance. It didn't hit optimally, but that's okay. And check it out. Now we got 2 levels secured. If we could get an early giraffe, we're going insane. And Captain Insano shows no mercy. We got 2 wins early. That's more than we got by like round 12 on some of our matches. Level me. Giraffe. Ox also. It might even be better, to be honest. Level me. Puppy, on the other hand, I would skip on the puppy. I would just send out another otter because the stats go hard. You go first, and then I'm okay with this. Obviously, freezing pills for the future. I would happily send a spider to their doom to buff an ox. I mean, we could just leave the spider out there. Flamingo or betta fish would be better, but we don't have the flamingo or the betta fish, do we? Do we? Then why are we talking about the flamingo and the betta fish when we don't have the option in the shop? Beautiful win. Beautiful win. Place me. Pill me. We get a tier 2 unit out of this. That's crazy. It's the most insane value I've ever seen. Totally fine. You know what? I think I would just buy you with an eye to possibly level you up in the future. That was insane. I don't even... Ox weakness is like the best we could ever ask for. And it didn't even matter. All right. So far, so good. Double swan. I mean, the otter has kind of served its purpose. Give me a double swan out there. Level the swan. It's a perfect level up. That's amazing. Sell... I'm going to start by selling the marmoset to take a dragonfly. But I did think about selling the beaver to make sure the swan gets the buff. Now we have free rerolls. I'm going to save them. I'm going to save them for now because I love the shop that we got. I'd rather save them for when the shop's a little more wide open. Now the buffs from the dragonfly couldn't have gone worse, but whatever. It is what it is. So you've got your own ox. You know, life's messed up. As soon as I saw that my opponent had an ox, I got angry. But I also have an ox. Like, where do I get off being angry at them for something that I have the audacity to do as well? It really makes you think. So you should take. You should take. Honestly, you're sticking for a bit as a 9-8 when we're on 5 wins in round 6. Honestly, why don't you just take it? And I'll save my... Actually, this is a great opportunity to use rerolls. We only have one. You're more likely to find an ox or a swan. Any of these units, except the dragonfly, you're more likely to find them now than next round. Beaver's probably the worst possible option. We're never... What are we going to sell in order to fit a flamingo? We're not going to fit a flamingo. That's what's... We're gonna keep a beaver around, try to get it to level 3 so that we can capitalize on the dragonfly. Don't get too crazy with your thinking right now. You're doing great work. That's a scary betta fish. It's a very scary betta fish. And yet, oh, I really thought we had it. Buy me. Roll me. I thought about it. I did. I would say I love the bet. I think it didn't level up fast enough. Simply my 2 cents. I think our beaver having HP or having melon armor is more valuable. I really think we got a shot at 10 if we get there fast. So I'm leaning on like kind of short-term nitrous oxide instead of like long-term sustainable, you know, dividends. We're basically just going for it. Now I recognize we're overwriting garlic, but the game is not called Who's Not Oh no. The game is not called Who's Not Overwriting Garlic. It's called Super Auto Pets. The garlic has served its purpose hither to this point. Second dragonfly. No questions asked. I like it. Level 3 swan. Now we have like the dream team here. Sadly, we're rolling. I can afford to lose this round. That doesn't... It's not a non-starter. We're going to level up and get a tier 6. What tier 6 would I like? It's a great question. Which tier 6 would I like? I haven't been asked that question in quite some time. What tier 6 would I like? I got to think about that one. Holy cow, it's a strong team. Wow, another dragonfly. I don't really want a sauropod. But it is like... I mean, it's humorous. We could just run a second dragonfly. I think that's more likely to be good. Maybe some chocolate. Maybe some chocolate? Another dragonfly, huh? We don't need a beaver at this point. 2 level 2 dragonflies would be pretty sweet, although it's taking some stats away from the beaver potentially. It is generating more stats just in general. That's a nasty bat right there. That's horrendous. It's all falling apart. I wouldn't have thought... Elizabeth Holmes, are we sure that this team is valid? Have they stood up to a rigorous audit from one of the big 4 accounting firms? They might be making up their animals. You really think someone would do that? Don't try to cancel me. Go look up Theranos. I didn't make this up. I don't think we want a level 2 ox. Because if we get a level 2 ox, then the ox and the beaver will split buffs. The dragonfly will give proportionally less. You know what I think we want here? Is 2 level 3 dragonflies. I think that's our path to 10 wins. And it's... I am, by the way, I'm just stunned. I'm flabbergasted at the quality of team that we're going up against over and over again. This team that I'm running right now would be like a flawless on Tuesday. Give me a chocolate, please. Please. Now it's frickin' Thursday, and I can't buy a win. There's our chocolate. If I knew it was coming, then... But I didn't know it was coming, because I can't see the future. For round 11, this team goes hard, man. Look at our equipment. Look at our stats. Look at our units. Look at who we're going up against in the lethal zone here. It's like another squad that's equally confused about how they ended up here. But the important thing is they went home and we didn't. Now, you're going to hit level 3. And then you just let it ride. Like, perhaps a PETA on you could be lucky. 2 more dragonflies. I mean, I do want 2 level 3 dragonflies if possible. Sure, if we live through this round, it's coming next time. Please. I'm begging you. This team is so strong, man. Wait a minute. Is it? It's not that strong. It's not that strong. A fully scaled team with level 3 swans, so you've got 30% more purchasing power than the average person, and then also 2 level 3 dragonflies. Everybody has a game-changing piece of equipment on them. We're doing okay. Now, the thing is, again, we don't level up the ox. No, we don't. The chocolate is actually like the least valuable food right now. That's a crazy thing to say, but PETA, we don't really want. We'd love to see, I don't know, steaks. Melons are pretty good too. We skip everything else. I don't want it. Now the question is like, what the heck do we buy? You know what I have to buy? I have to buy apples. Because, like, everything else doesn't do anything for us. It's the apple's time to shine. That weakness is... Oh, I was going to say it's potentially painful. Oh, it's insanely painful. Really? Really? We lost? 2 level 3 dragonflies? My humble request to the Super Auto Pets devs, this is not realistic. Let me be like a glamorous nut. We need to replace the Super Auto Pets weeklies with dailies. And following that, we need to replace the dailies with hourlies. Because you don't want to be playing the daily close to midnight. Everybody's going to be running the dominant strategy. And then when the hourlies get too close, you need to change it, I would say, once every 15 minutes. Because I would not want to play the 11 a.m. weekly at like 11:48. Because at that point, it's like you're going up against exclusively the dominant strategies. People, and it's actually a really interesting game design, I think. I can't think of, I guess, like, deck builders are kind of like this. When a season first starts, the meta's kind of like wide open. And then as it goes on, it probably coalesces to like a few dominant archetypes. But in Super Auto Pets, I feel like it hits harder, but not in a bad way. Like in an interesting way, because you're constantly seeing the teams that beat you, and you're able to look at their animals and be like, "Oh, I could do that." So at the start of the week, people are like, "I don't know. I'm running like a level 3 marmoset with 1 monkey or something like that. Oops, I got a 10-piece. At the end of the week, you're like, oh, my team is entirely level 3 scalers and I got 8 wins. That's pretty good. I think you got to send the kangaroo. I think you offload 2 beavers here. You always waste the first half of the first beaver, and nobody ever makes the first jump either. I would send out a goose. I would send out a flamingus. And I would genuinely send out a hedgehog right here. Just because I think this team has a really good chance to win this round. It has no cohesion long term, but I think it has a great chance to win this round. What did I tell you? And maybe that's what I should be focusing on. Like, forget about the long term. Just focus on what would win this round. Take this, so you live through 1 hedgehog. And then pray for a pill. I really wanted it there. I really wanted it there. Ooh, we still didn't get it. Well, I can't sell the goose. Here's what I think you do. Be smart. Run this squad right here. I would accept your level next time, and we'll talk about a flamingo as well. In any event, our squad probably won't win, but it probably won't lose. They also have a hedgehog, so I think we basically both bet on a draw here. Unless my kangaroo goes pog crazy. This hurts. my undoing. It's okay, though. Take your level. That's a really good unit. I would say buy me. I would say sell me. I would say buy me. I would say sell me. I would say buy me. I would say apply garlic to your person. Then we're going to try... I mean, straight... I don't worry about the otter too much. I would run this, just thinking it might blow up my enemy's spots a little bit. Level 2 hedgehog's a little spooky. We got our own kangaroo. The kangaroo is living, okay? The hedgehog might not stick around forever, but if it could do some stuff in the interim, that would be incredible. We love this. I'm taking it. I don't know. Do you want to just go like Team Chaos here? Throwing a donkey onto this, it definitely seems chaotic. I don't think we care for the goose, quite frankly. Even if it is good for the gander. We could sell into a giraffe. You don't have any triggers left this turn, though. In that case, I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait it out. So, the donkey can be as bad for us as it is for the opponent this weekly, in my experience so far. But I think it could lead to some entertainment. Well, it moved the front unit to the front there. And it's an easy sell if we want to sell it. So, why don't you take this? Why don't you take this? I think it's time for the goose to go. The hedgehog and the donkey are both doing something for us. Maybe not a lot, but something. Lettuce is a double buffer right now, but I mean, rhythm is a dancer. You don't hear me complaining about it. With a bat, this could go crazy too, but it's probably... I mean, the time to get bats in the shop is now over. Don't look now, but I think our donkey gave us maybe not a more favorable outcome, but it certainly looked cleaner. Now, these are slightly cheaper. I mean, potato does mean that, like, the donkey wouldn't be taking damage from the hedgehog. But we need... The most important thing for us is probably just to keep the scaling going on our... yeah, to keep the scaling going on our buffalo probably matters more than anything. So, buy me a marmoset. It's a 2-cost 1/1, much like an apple. In that case, I guess we should probably invest in the 2-cost 1/1. We'll buy this as a just-in-case me. I should move it back one. Ooh, we'll sell it. You have 1 trigger left this turn. We'll buy it. Nobody else really needs garlic. I would. I mean, you might say this is crazy, but it's not crazy. It's working better than, like, the vast majority of strategies I've been using recently. Well, I gotta tell you, I did not expect lobster orangutan to ice a team that's this scary. And this is a scary-looking team here. Mind you, we're gonna win. But I see that they're doing like a little back-to strategy almost. NL sees anything? Is this back-to? I would say pill me. Or, I mean, buy me. Sell me. No big deal. I would say buy me. We're basically getting a 2-2 and a reroll. And we'll just bank that reroll. I'm not that into the Orca necessarily. Now, a 25-25 with garlic and a level 2 kangaroo behind it, it's got a certain amount of je ne sais quoi. And we actually screwed up their order like something fierce, and I think it made a huge difference. Moving that ox out of position, it's been way better for us. Now we combine the hedgehogs. Let me see, you're a 4-3-4-2. It does seem like a pretty appropriate time to buy a poodle. I hate to say it, but like sell your donkey. Run a second poodle. Oh, man. Sheesh. And then, I don't know, just take an apple just because you're here. This allows us to get a form of scaling independent from buying and selling, which is very valuable. We can now start to perhaps, what one might suggest, unwind. This is not good enough. We can start to unwind our buffalo. Oh, it's exactly good enough to draw. I'll take that. The problem with this is we'd move you over here, buy you here. You'd basically get a 3-3 out of it. We're betting on a chocolate showing up if we're doing that. I guess I'm willing to do it now that I actually look at it. As soon as you say the problem with something, you know that it's going to be something that's actually good. That's like, it's historically true for me. I think we can take a snake here. And let's just take some like soft ice for now. I think we're probably at the point where you sell your hedgehog for a tier 6. Obviously, we want a level 2 poodle too, but I don't know what that tier 6 is going to be. Octopus is a fan favorite for sure. Actually, now that I think about it, we have a snake already, so we won't be getting a tier 6. We'll be getting a tier not 6. Let me see, we got a 5, 6, 3, 4. So we'd like a tier 2 to get scaling. I mean, honestly, I think the actual... Oh, you're a tier 2. Maybe we would rather just have you break melon armor, because I was going to buy the raccoon and then be like, well, we'll use the raccoon to steal melon armor from our opponents. But, like, that's not really necessary. I think in this situation, the snake, even though it gets scaled by the poodle, is probably less valuable than the stats we'd get from a monkey. So yeah, screw it. Big hedgehog. We're gonna give it a shot at least. I'm not buying a croissant. I'd rather invest in some rolls. You could pita something and then pill the hedgehog. I say that because if I don't say it, people will be like, did you know that you could do that? I don't think it's worth the loss of the unit, the damage to the other units, and the financial costs, but I can't deny that if the mood struck you, you could do it. Man, that was a big play right there. And yet, my God. We don't need the zebra anymore because it's not a buy-sell sort of thing. The buffalo's basically maxed. Come on. Level 3 kangaroo goes crazy. But we're desperately seeking, if possible, we're desperately seeking a level 2 poodle just to stay ahead of the curve, because, like, our units don't really do anything special. Don't chili pepper me. I'll chili pepper you if you try to chili pepper me. I don't think their sharks got what it takes. The steak? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I did this last time, too. When the seagull's that strong, the slug inherits all the steaks, and then, yeah, okay, fair enough. We would give you a fair enough on that one. And you know what? Here's another fair enough for you. Now you get a steak. And you know what? I think a pita might go crazy on you. And if we have to, steak on our poodle, sure. Why a pita instead of garlic? Well, the first damage a kangaroo takes should come from the hedgehog. So to get 15 HP like in bulk seems very valuable to me. Hang on. I think we might have a chance on this one. I think we beat them at their own game. 31-43 level 3 kangaroo. That's tough to deal with. Listen, I don't really think a level 3 hedgehog is likely to be a big difference maker, but we gotta take what's available to us in the shop. Level 2 poodle next turn. I mean, we're scaling. Our biggest unit is already maxed. Well, it's non-seagull play. Whoa, the PETA, thank you. I'm living. Stop this. Stop it. Stop hitting the same unit over and oh, no, that's much worse. Wait a minute. No, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, you are lucky. If I had garlic, I would have won, but I wouldn't have won because I wouldn't have gotten the extra 15 HP from the PETA in the first place. Anyway, we got a chance here. Take any form of efficient scaling. Sure, I'll add another monkey on top. We're gonna start to run into like the brick wall teams. That's nasty. That's what you've just done to me is quite nasty. The heck is gonna happen here? Oh my god, it's death touch on everybody. There's no shot. It's that's just crazy. Okay, NL's parasocial relationship. Assuming you're talking about the one with between you and me. Otherwise, it's quite rude. My wife and I have a very social relationship. There's like a piece of paper and everything that says that it's legitimate. You expect us to believe that? Okay, we got 3 life left. I don't think we're like sunk. I don't think we need to root for like facing a team that's deliberately throwing. But I mean, we're going up against some pretty tough cookies here. That's very unfortunate. I can't believe we're gonna lose to a potato team. There it is. We still got 2 life left. That's minimum 2 extra turns of scaling. If we're being realistic, the damage from the hedgehog probably matters less. Probably matters less than the monkey getting scaled if possible, and it will get there on the next turn. Honestly, the monkey could use a pilled turtle for melon armor, but it's hard to get there. No more death touch teams, please. Oh my god. The more unusual the teams look like, the more I'm like, I'm toasted. I keep taking just enough damage via, oh, the hedgehog would have taken him down to death. I don't know. I don't know if it would have made it there. Either way, this is our best shake on it right here. You freeze a cupcake. I don't know, man. Like, this is probably it. I would not buy a poodle. I would definitely suggest maybe buying a monkey here. The weirder the teams look, the scareder I get. That's what I was trying to say. Please. This team doesn't look that weird, so why am I still scared? No, I did it again. I hurt my buffalo just enough to die to their 50-50. No. Okay, well, 9 wins with nightmare scaling. That was kind of a fun way to send this week off. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. See ya!